Don't you love it?
Yeah, I do.
That's so cool. We'll start with that.
Excellent.
It's a living thing. You can tell what we were just listening to. We can't play music on the channel, but we can. We were just playing it, weren't we? It's a living thing. Do-ga-do-ga-do-ga-do. What a terrible thing to lose. But here we are for the next part of it. We're gonna do a haircut. We're not gonna say what it is, but we've already dressed you. We put the wardrobe on, and you can stand up. Just give a stand up, and your attire top to bottom.
Ooh.
Now the wardrobe should determine where we're gonna go next.
Excellent.
So grab a seat. So we're going back to like early 80s, mall haircut. Yep. So we're gonna do a haircut. We're not gonna show the picture of what we're gonna do. Cool. Let's no, you stay there.
Sit here.
I'll just dress you up. We've had fun tonight. We did a little bit of music. But we did a lot of music. And also tell the people, what was your first concert ever?
The first concert I ever went to was Rush.
Yes. Yes. We went out earlier and had a jug of beer, and then my first concert ever was Rush. I think there was something about you that I really liked. And I love the pink polo. I might do this whole haircut dry. Oh, and also, from the last haircut before we begin, actually, let's set this off.
Okay.
From the last haircut before we begin, isn't this great? Like, this is so retro without a blow dryer doing nothing. Like, yeah. Now, this is a girl back in 1983 walking around the mall thinking, I need a haircut. And this is realistic of that. And then we're going to do another haircut with it. So you're already like retroed anyway before we even begin this haircut. And we're going to do another haircut with this. Because your vibe is like, oh, I got too much hair.
It's too fluffy.
Too much hair. So let's do this again.
Okay.
The best thing about retro haircuts is when you already have a retro haircut and we do another retro haircut.
Excellent.
That's even better than like, let's make you into a retro haircut. It's like, let's make your retro haircut another retro haircut. I think that's even a cooler one. It was a cool concept. It's a living thing. What a terrible thing to lose. Now I can imagine if we could afford the copyright.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool this would have
Imagine
been.
that behind
Oh,
us.
how cool that would have been. So cool.
I imagine that'll be stuck in my head for the next week.
Oh yeah, with a new haircut.
Yeah.
A haircut and a song
What a
that
good
we can't
deal.
play. Now I should change the words because you might get copyright thing even for. Now I'm going to sing it this
Really?
way. It's a giving thing. Digga 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 doo. You gotta
Change the tune.
It's a giving thing. Digga 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 doo. What a terrible thing to gain. Because we don't want to get copyright thing, right? Anyhow, it's all about. Oh, we're gonna do. What we're gonna do?
It's a good size. The
What
purple
number is that
size.
one? What number is that one?
Number 2.
2. We're going to start with the number 2. Mall haircut, 1983. And no clips. Just ridiculous. Just like it's 1983. And it got to be a fast haircut because I got a manager. He says, you got to keep these haircuts down to 15 minutes each.
Oh, God.
The manager says, 15 minutes. I'm like, okay. We're only charging $7. Keep it down to 15 minutes. My manager's a tough guy. He's from you know where he's from? Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah, he's from Arkansas. I'm a little bit scared of him. And as we said in the last video, you're originally from Texas, you moved to New Zealand, and then you moved to New Mexico, and you went to high school in New Mexico.
I sure did.
That's why we can make fun of states.
Yeah. Such a diversity of things to make fun of.
Yeah. So since you went to art school in New Mexico, this is like the haircut you got in the mall in New Mexico in 1983. Fast. Because my manager is like, cut your haircut down to 15 minutes. 20 minutes is too long. Yeah, too long. Okay. And he's from Arkansas and he scares me. And he's doing one of those.
Watching you from behind.
Little more cutting, little less talking.
Not here to make friends with them.
There's one of those guys. She's a little bit tipsy. She's okay. Just repeating the phone conversation she's having as she walks by. I'm a little bit tipsy, but I'm okay.
It's okay. It's all the student housing around here.
I know. This is after dark around here.
I was surprised how many compliments I got in my retro haircut this week so far.
Of course.
So many people loved it.
Of course. Should I do a spray down haircut?
What's
I
that?
probably should. Maybe spray and cut it. Oh yeah, let's do one of those.
Okay.
Where's my spray down? Oh, here's my spray down. Like a Borax. Like in the mall, there used to be a thing called Borax.
Okay.
Let's make it like a Borax standard. Borax was like a chain of salons in the mall. Like, the last place you ever went with a haircut. Spray down haircut. You can see my smile. Well, the fringe needs to be right over there too. Because we gotta cut some fringe. Normally the technique in one of those places would like spray and comb and spray and comb, but to be honest, I'm not. I didn't do it properly. I'm not one of those hairdressers in the first place. I'm just mocking them. So we gotta cut a fringe. I gotta do this quickly because my manager's watching. So cool.
Oh gosh, I look awful with bangs.
That's the best part.
Oh.
Especially with your color.
Yeah.
With the color they are, you should never have bangs ever. That's why we're doing bangs.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. That's why this is retro haircuts.
Oh.
It's so wrong that it's right.
I close my eyes and I open them and my face is a different shape.
That's the whole point of this. That's absolutely the whole point of this. We're going to relive haircuts from the past. We're going to
And then
relive
bad?
both the good and the bad. No, both the good and the bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we relive the good and we relive the bad. Oops, readjust that one. Because you know what? There's something really sexy about a bad haircut from 1983 today. I'm just saying. You rock this crap up Cuba Street and
It's true.
yeah. And I've had comments from other hairdressers watching. They're like, I've always wanted to do this stuff. My boss is like, stop doing that stuff. Of course, your fringe is never going to sit like that.
I'm gonna do it like that.
Yeah, of course.
But for now,
We just chopped it off and it's just under
Yeah.
back. Yeah, cool. And we're going to do the old snippety all around the perimeter. Clean it up.
yeah, I did have a fringe at one point in university. Didn't last for long.
But when your hair is short, fringes work. When your hair is long with a fringe, like your hair type, with long hair, and you cut your fringe off, like you get this sweep with long hair, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
When it's short everywhere, the fringe works because it just blends in with the short hair.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Great thing about short haircuts is you can just push it all out of the way.
Now I'm thinking tonight's not going to be the ultimate. Like I said, we're going to do something modern at the end. I think we're going to do something modern next week.
Yeah.
You're still going to... The last I'm going to give you, you took it for a week. You
Yeah.
suffered for a week.
Yeah.
You liked that week though, didn't you?
It was lots of compliments during that week. I didn't
That's
believe
cool.
people, but you know.
No, but it's actually really cool. But that's just it because you throw a retro haircut on somebody and you go out, like, just own it. It's just a bit like, that must be the next look. That looks really
Yeah.
good. But also, the generation today is completely removed from that conservative generation from those decades in the past. So they're seeing those kind of looks for the first time without making a connection to
Right,
the
what it
wrong
means.
of what it used to be in the culture, right? Because there was a time when these were the haircuts and the next generation wanted to break away.
Yeah.
Now we're not even the next generation, but like three
Single
generations
down.
later, that those haircuts have been so removed that you put a haircut like that on today and you go out there, it was like, that's a good haircut.
Cool.
Because they're not making the connection to, when people are trying to break away from those haircuts. That's the whole point of retro haircuts. You can recreate those haircuts from then, today, and people, there's an admiration about it. Yeah, definitely I'm going to call this one the Borax haircut in the mall. Recreating the Borax. You wear the Borax cut today? Like back then it was like your biggest nightmare and you had to go to school with it.
Yeah.
You recreate the Borax haircut today, it's like, this is really cool.
Cool.
Borax had, they were spray down haircuts, but there was a formula in their water that was there. Like KFC has the 11.
Oh,
Yeah.
special-
So
special
we're going to
spice?
spray your hair with a special water. They wouldn't tell you what it was. And they just basically, it was a cheap haircut. They were spraying it down and they were cutting it real fast. And also Borax was notorious for coupons.
Coupons for
Coupon
what?
haircut. Well, the haircut's already cheap, but you have a coupon, it's even cheaper, right?
Nice.
Like, how can you make it, like, oh my god, it's even cheaper in the first place, now you got a coupon. You get the Borax haircut. I'm gonna call this video the Borax haircut. And not many people around the world will know what Borax is, but those who grew up with Borax, they're gonna get this video, like, yeah, that's the Borax haircut. But also who didn't grow up with Borax, they would have another version of a Borax, because there was always a different interpretation of a Borax around the world. We're almost there.
Wow.
Because my manager's like,
It's like, that's enough.
you're getting close to your 15 minutes now.
There.
How close are we to it? We're at 14, 16,
We're right there.
17.
We're right there.
Yeah, no, my manager's like, oh, no. Well, we did a bit of talking in the
It's
beginning.
true.
Because the audio is at 14 minutes, but we did a little bit of talking. I'm almost time's up for this haircut. But I think I'm done, and that's under the 15 minutes. Give it a,
Oh,
give it
that's
a.
a look.
Oh, is that ever a look? Yeah.
I feel like I have seen this look down Cuba Street though.
Oh, absolutely have. I like this. I'm going to send you for a week. You're going to come back and we do something else next week.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we'll clean up the back a little more though.
Yeah.
Not quite there with the 15 minutes. I have a little more time to do the fine detailings. And then we're going to do the whole boom.
Uh-oh.
someone was doing the drilling out there. It just started recently.
What are they? Do you know what they're working on?
I have no idea. Now, where I grew up, we didn't have the Borax.
What'd you have?
The Golden Clipper.
Ooh. Did they have a haircut like this?
Yeah, of course they did. The Golden Clipper. Anyway, look that up. Golden Clipper, Nova Scotia. Worst chain of salons ever. What a nightmare. But like I said, every region in the world had a version of Borax. Or in Toronto, it would have been first choice haircutters, or as we say in the industry, last choice haircutters. Because you couldn't get anywhere else, like, oh, I'm gonna go to last choice. Yeah, there's all kinds of those, or super cuts or whatever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think super cuts are great clips.
But this is a version of, like, you went to one of those bad chain salons, but you actually got a pretty good haircut out of it. Because some of them were really, really bad. As far as haircuts go, this is the shape we were going for, like the picture that we saw before. We're not doing nothing yet. Get it way lower. And give you a good old clean up. No blow dry with these haircuts.
The wind is for.
Exactly. We sent you with wet hair. You go back in the mall with wet hair. It'll dry by the time you get to the.
Ooh, that looks much better than
fun?
what I came in with.
It was not fun, no.
Oh, nice and
So you're not going to get
clean.
anything on. We have to check for another week. I'm going to send you with this disaster.
Okay.
It's a good disaster, though. I'm really happy with this disaster. Let's put the big lights on. Oh,
Oh, I turned them all off.
wait a second.
Woo, buddy!
Disco balls, because you never actually see what happens when all the lights are off. Isn't that fun? Yeah, I really like this.
Yeah, it's everything I wanted.
Not bad for 15 minutes or so. Well, it was about 15 minutes, yeah. That's all the time I had. Cool. Let's do some after shots.
Woohoo!
Now you're awesome. Come on over, let's close this video off. Now, I would say this is my best example of doing the worst haircut ever.
Do you say that every time?
No. No.
It's
but-
just me.
No. I love great haircuts and I love everything, but this channel is meant to explore everything.
Excellent.
This is my best example of doing the worst haircut ever, and I really love it. And yeah, I would go to homecoming with you.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah. I'd be honored, like pink polo shirt, this
Yeah,
haircut. Like,
and,
I'd buy you the brooch.
Oh yeah, the thing on the wrist?
Oh, yeah.
that'd be a good look.
I'd be so shy, nervous too. Like, so, I really like her. Maybe the.
Oh god, they're so uncomfortable.
I know. They're the worst things ever, aren't they? Did you have one? Did you go to prom?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a date?
Mm-hmm.
Did they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they like? I didn't get them. I think I got one for my prom. Now my prom date. Here's my story with the prom date. Was she asked me to the prom? I said no. She called me back and asked me again. I said no, because I never wanted to go to my prom, right? She called me a third time. I was like, I'm not going to the prom with you. So I went to my bedroom. My dad came in the room and goes, "You call that girl back and you tell her you're going to prom." I said, "Still no." He says, "I'll buy you a pair of shoes." I went, "Okay." So we went to prom. It was a good night and everything and all the rest of it. But you know what? He gave me money. I bought Doc Martens 3 holes. The one with the black and the white.
Yeah.
So I come back with I bought my shoes, but you didn't buy those shoes for prom, did you? He was angry. He was like, yeah. I got a pair of Doc Martens. I went to prom. Actually, it was a good night. Now I make this joke. Nothing against her. I'm really glad we went to prom together. I mean, love it to death. Not because I didn't want to go to prom with her. I just didn't want to go to prom. But I'm glad I went to prom. That's my prom story.
There you go.
And if you're in my high school, I would have done, homecoming, prom.
Oh, thanks.
Because that's my crush on you. Because the girl her first concert ever was Rush. I still would have gone to prom with you. Oh yeah, and it's like, you come in, do you want to go to prom with me? Like, yes. Thanks guys, enjoy, have a good night.